In this video, we are going to learn how to make a banner design either for wall or for billboard. We're going to learn how to take the right measurement, how to scale it, and how to prepare your design for print. We're going to learn all this in this tutorial, and we're going to be doing all in Canva. So let's drop right to Canva and do that now. Alright, welcome everybody. Today's lesson is not really about design, it's more on measurement, because a lot of people when starting out, they don't really know how to get the measurement right for what they want to design. So how do you get the measurements? Okay, you want to make a banner, you want to make a billboard, you want to make it a design that you want to be on a particular size on a wall, maybe the front of your church, you need a banner for it. How do you get the size? How do you go about designing a banner, and how do you come into Canva and design the size? Okay, the thing is pretty simple, just the way we did with our label. So what we need to do is to come to the tools. Let me show you some stuff. So what you need to do, let's say you want to design a banner for this wall, I want the size to be precise. What you simply do is to come here and measure this length, okay, this width rather, and you come here and measure the height. Okay, let's say here you got let's say 16 feet. Okay, 16 feet, and here you got something like, let's say 4 feet. Okay, the same thing goes with billboard. Okay, let's say this is the billboard, and the people who own the billboard, you guys have met them and they told you, okay, that the length here, let's say it's 21. Okay, 21 feet, and let's say the height here is about, let's say 8 feet. Okay, 8 feet. Now these are the things that you use in entering your computer in order to design. I got these samples from the internet. Okay, they are not really, but just to give you an example of how billboard should look. In fact, this one looks too crowded already. Billboard should be very simple because it's big and people are traveling and passing by. It needs to be seen instantly. Okay, the information needs to be a little bit few, okay, not really much. Then on your wall design, it depends on how far the people are going to be from the design. You can have much elements, you may not. But another problem you will face here is, how do you then interpret feet into your Canva design? Because obviously when creating your size, you can't actually create the feet. There's no measurement unit for feet. So how do you do that? This is pretty straightforward. So what you need to do is to come here, come to more. Let's say we want to design for this one, which is 21 feet by 8 feet. What you need to do is to come to custom size. Now on the width, I'm going to type 8. First, let me switch my units to inch. Okay, now that is in inch, I'm going to type exactly what we have here. Okay, please note that the reason why we are using inch is simply because there is no feet. Okay, feet is kind of a very larger size. In fact, your computer, even if you're using another software, will not be able to carry such gigantic size. So you use the one that is closest. Inch is the closest to feet. So when using that, it becomes the tool that you can use to at least scale to up to that point. I'm going to say 21. Yeah, 21, and I'm going to come here and put 8 feet, and I'm going to create this design. Okay, now that I have this size, I can actually just do my design, do whatever I want to do. Then when I'm downloading my design, come here. Okay, I'm done designing, and just come to your download. You crank the size to the highest that you can crank it. Okay, make sure this one is going to make your design larger, okay, and better. And let's say you want to send it to printer, come here and send it as PDF print. Okay, this is going to be the best option for printing. And let's say you're designing just for this, you're downloading just this page, you come here and download just the single page. Now once you download the design, if they print it out, okay, they are going to tell the designer, the printer, when sending it off to the printer, tell the printer this size, 21 feet by 8 feet. Now the printer knows how to scale it, okay, to actually get you the size that you want, okay, to get it to the size. Okay, another way that you can also get a larger size, if increasing the size when downloading it, just like I show you, like increasing, let's say I come back here and I say it's PNG and I increase the size, because when you switch to PDF print, you won't get the ability to scale the size anymore. But let's say you want to increase the size as you are creating the document, all you can do also is to come here. Let's be here. Let's come here and let's click on more. Let's click on custom size. Now you're going to multiply, because since cm, let's say set here, let's say inch, since inch is not as big as feet, what you can do, get the maximum size that you can get here. For example, we can multiply 21 times certain number. Okay, let's say times 5. Let me pull out my calculator here. Let's say 21 times, let's say 5. This is going to give you 105. I'm going to enter that number 105, and I'm going to come here. Now they are telling me that I can't enter more, but let's type that first. Let's say 8 feet now times the same 5, because we are scaling it equally. Now we have 40. Okay, now you're telling me that I can create more than 83 inch. Okay, so 5 now is too much for this figure that we are trying to create here. So what I can do, let's come back and make sure the number is within 80 something. So let me come back and say 21 times 4 is going to give me 84, which is also too much. Maybe I should use my computer. Okay, now we are coming. Let's come here again. Let's do 21 times, okay, times 5, 105. This is what I was saying. It's too much, because now if I navigate here and I enter 105, it's telling me that I can create more than 83 inch. So what I can do now is to come back and clear this, and I'm going to say, okay, 21 times, let's say 4. Okay, now we have 84, which is also still too much, because Canva said I can create more than 83 inch. So that's also not good. So I'm going to come back a little bit. 21 times 3. Now what we have is 83. So I come here now and I say I mean 63, right? 63. I come here and say 63, and I come here. Now I'm going to multiply this 8 times that the same 3. So I come here and I say 21 times 3. No, not 21. 8 feet. Okay, 8 times 3. We have 24. So now we're going to put 24 here, 24, and now we can create. Now this is going to give me the same size. Okay, this is going to give me the same size with this, but this one is larger already. You can see the difference. You can see the difference, right? So if I should print, if I should download this one, I'll come to share and I come here, download, and I'm downloading it as PNG, and I am having it as this times 3 size. Is going to be way bigger. Okay, it's going to be way bigger than this one that I did multiply before creating the design. This one is way smaller. So the advantage there is learn to scale to the highest size with the fit and with the length and the height before you even start creating. Okay, so that is how you get the measurement. Now when you send it off to the printer, this is where it's very much important. Whether you design in this smaller size now or in this larger one, what you send to the printer as a size is 21 feet times 8. Now the reason why this is going to work is because the printer deals with the aspect ratio, not the actual size. Because the printer is going to say, okay, what ratio is this? 21 ratio this. That is what they look at. They look at the aspect ratio. If you've not watched how to image dimension, okay, I think the design Kickstarter, the video is there. Go and watch that. So now that you have your feet, you have your height, you understand what you're designing, now you can now open Canva and start designing. So once you're done designing, you send it off to the printer, you're able to get your design. So I was just gonna make a quick lap design, and just to give you an idea of what we are talking about. So cool.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
All right, now, so let's say I'm done designing this, and this is our final design, and I want to print it out because it's going to be a banner. So all you need to do is come here, come to download, and we're going to download it as PNG and download the higher size. The size is going to be really gingatic, okay, but don't worry about that. We can do that if you're ready to send it off to the printer, but I want to reduce this to be 1, okay. Reason being that I want it to be faster, okay. I want to download faster, but if you make it all of it, it's gonna take you a whole lot of time. So I'm going to download this first one that we can use, then I'm going to download the second one, which is going to be the larger one. It's going to be really big. So we're going to come back here now and say download, and we're going to come here and we're going to take the size all the way to the top, okay, and we're going to download this one too, okay. Let's call this one pizza. I'm gonna call it pizza 1. Okay, let's check our design out. Okay, now what we have is this, and we are having this as 9 MB. This is the one with, I can see the size there. So we have 6048 by 2304. Okay, that's the size of the actual design, just the way we downloaded it. Now let's wait for this one to download. This is going to be way more in size, and when you send it to the printer, now they have a lot of room that when they scale it to meet that fit, you don't have issue. Okay, let's bring our design back here. We can actually just delete all this, or let's just make a copy of this and have it. Let's call this one, let's click on this and let's call it pizza v2. So we're going to drag our design back into our page. Okay, this one here, this pizza v1, let's drag it back into our design. And now what we have is this. Now this is not going to fit perfectly well because this is not the actual design. It was just an estimate I used in giving you an example. But make sure before you design anything, always meet your printer also is going to take charge of the, ask them for size, because the printer is always going to ask you what is the size. Okay, now this is what we got. Let's say this is it, and now this is how our our banner is going to, our billboard or banner, even though if it's for the wall, let's make a copy of it and let's place it somewhere here. The process is the same thing. Okay, the process is the same thing. Okay, let's just scale this one. Let's see. Now it doesn't match well because we didn't get the actual size here before designing, so always have that in the back of your mind. Another thing that you can learn to mock up your design. Let's say you want to mock it up to fit this size. What you need to do now is to come here, come to apps, and come to distortly, okay, and pick here this one here. What it simply means, it gives you the ability to stretch it to fit in the different end. Then you can download the design, because that's the only way clients, especially when you're doing presentation, maybe you want to post it or something on your own page, you're able to do that. So I'm going to position this one here and I'm going to say free. Okay, it's going to look at your design and now you can position the angle. So you just take these angles, okay, I already made an error. I'm going to close without saving. So what I can do now is to make it larger than the page. Okay, make it larger than the page, then come back and now you're able to take it inside. So make it like this, make it like this, and make it like this, make it like this. Okay, at least this cannot give you a visual representation of how your banner may look. Okay, fill the yum, call them, and this can be more creative with your write-up and all that. And the same thing, we can do same thing here, just that we're going to stretch this design. So I'm going to make it larger than our page. We're going to be scaling it, come to free, and now what we can do is to come here and just mock it up like this. And just say save and close. Now this one would not really match well because of this chair here, like, because it feels like it's floating. Okay, we can actually remove the chair. What you can do is to come to edit, come to, let's use erase, let's use magic erase, and now we can just select this and it's going to remove it for us. Click on erase. Okay, now we got that, so we can close this page. Our chair is out. Now it feels better. Okay, though it still feels like it's not part of it because of the color and all that and the blend, but this one is way better. So that's it. That's how you make your banner. That's how you make your banner on a wall or your banner as a billboard. The measurement is what matters, and also learn how to mock it up. You can get a whole lot of mock up like this. I think Canva should have, let me see, I have not checked before. Let's come here and say billboard banner. Okay, let's just say billboard. Okay, billboard, let's see. All right, cool. We have a whole lot that you can use to mock up your design. Okay, these are nice ones. Okay, so you can use this one and mock up your design, and we have a whole lot. All right, so that brings us to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. So do your assignment. So make a banner. You can use the wall of your room. You can use anything. You can measure the wall, the height and the width. Just take the feet, okay, and put it in your computer. You can scale it, can multiply the numbers by the same number. If you're multiplying by 5, multiply the width by 5, multiply the length by 5. If you are doing by 2, multiply by 2, and you get the result. And if you're download it as large as you can, because when you send it to the printer, they're going to scale it to fit that size. And yeah, just make something. Okay, and lastly, so here's the version of the one that we scaled up, and you can see the file size is 85 MB. Okay, you can see how large it is, and don't be scared, send it to the printer. Okay, they know what to do with it. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.